Hi guys, so today we will be multiplying monomial by polynomial and you will have to complete this worksheet. I will go over all the odd ones, but I will skip the number 15, but we'll do the 16 instead. So you are responsible to write all of them down and show the work like I do and solve the rest of them. Okay, so let's go ahead and start. So to multiply a monomial and a polynomial, we have to simply distribute the monomial to the polynomial. And for exponents, we have to recall the product rule. This is our product rule. If x is to the power a and this whole thing is to the power b, we have to multiply those powers to get the final power. So it's x to the power ab. Okay, so let's jump into examples. Example number 1. So we have a monomial, which is x. It has one term, x, multiplied by polynomial that has two terms, x and 4. So for that, we have to distribute x, monomial x, to the polynomial x plus 4. So first we have to multiply x times x, and x times x is x squared. And then x times 4 is 4x, positive, so it's 4x plus 4x. So this is the final answer for example 1. Now, second example, we again have a monomial, which is 5m to the third power. 5 and m to the third power are glued together by multiplication, so which makes it a monomial. So this whole thing circled is monomial, and this is polynomial, 3m to the second power minus m minus 7. So this polynomial consists of 3 terms, 1, 2, 3. So we have to distribute 5m to the third power to this polynomial. And then, so we have to multiply m to the third power by 3m squared. So 5m to the third power times 3m squared. Now we have to multiply 5m to the third power times negative m. Positive times negative is negative, so our final result is negative 5m to the third power times m. And then finally, we have to multiply m to the third power times negative 7. Positive times negative is negative. 5 times 7 is 35 m to the third power. All we have to do, we just have to simplify this part. 5 times 3 is 15 m to the fifth power minus 5 m to the third power times m to the first power is m to the fourth power minus 35 m to the third power. Okay, let's do the odd ones now. K times k minus 9. So we have to multiply k times k, which is k squared. K times negative 7 is negative 9k. Negative 6p times p to the fourth minus 8. Negative 6p times p to the fourth. So it's when it happens when we multiply this times this, so we put them together. So now negative times negative is positive, which is, so it's plus. 6 times 8 is 48p. All we have to do is just to simplify this part. 1 plus 4 is 5. So if you don't remember this, you have to watch my previous videos for the previous lessons. So this is the final answer. Now, negative 4g squared times 2g. So we have to multiply this by this first. So negative 4 times 2 is negative 8. G squared times g is g to the third power, because we add those powers, right? 1 plus 2. 2 plus 1 is 3. So negative 4g squared times positive 7 is going to give me negative 28g squared. Negative 3n times this polynomial. So negative 3n first have to be to multiply by this, then by this, and then by this. So negative 3n times n squared is going to give me negative 3n to the third power. Now, negative times negative is positive. 3 times 2 is 6. N times n is n squared. Negative 3n times 8 would give me negative 24n. And this is the final answer. So now p squared q to the third has to be multiplied by this polynomial. So this has to be multiplied by this first and then by that second. So p squared times p to the fifth power is p to the seventh. Q to the third times q squared is q to the fifth power. Now positive times negative is going to give me negative. P squared times p is p to the third. Q squared, q cubed times q is q to the fourth power. Number 11, we have to multiply this by first this, then this, and then that. So 5 times negative 2 is negative 10. R squared times R squared is R to the fourth. S squared is just left alone because there was no S in this part of polynomial anyway. So now 5 times positive 3 is positive 15. R squared times R is R to the third. S squared times S is S to the third. Now positive 5 times negative 4 is negative 20. R squared, and then S squared times S squared is S to the fourth power. And this is my final answer. Now number 13, so we're multiplying this monomial by first this part and then this part. Negative 7 times 9 is negative 63. C cubed times c squared is c to the fifth power because we're adding the powers, the exponents. 3 plus 2 is 5. So, and d squared times d squared is d to the fourth power. Now, we're multiplying the monomial by the second part of the polynomial, by the second term. Negative 7 times negative 4 is positive 28. C to the third times c is c to the fourth because 3 plus 1 is 4. D squared times d to the fifth power is d to the seventh power. And this is my final answer. Now I'm going to jump into number 16. So this is the problem. And then we have to realize that we have to multiply monomial by polynomial. Then we have to multiply this monomial by this polynomial. And then we have to combine like terms if we see them. So now we're going to pretend that that's where the problem finishes. That's what it is. And we're going to just do what we did previously. 5w times negative 7w is negative 35w squared. 5 times 3 is 15 plus 15, but 5 wasn't by itself, it had w as well. So we're going to keep that. So now what we're going to do, we're going to multiply. I know it's a minus, but it's also a negative sign. So this negative sign is part of this monomial. So it becomes negative 2w that has to be distributed into this polynomial. So negative 2 times 13 is negative 26w. And then negative 2w times negative 9w squared is going to give me positive 18w to the third power. And now we're just going to stop and look what we have. We have terms that we can combine. They're like terms. 15 minus 26 is negative 11w. So that's the result of this. And then I'm going to put this term first because it's cube term, okay? So it's going to go right here so that the polynomial is in the standard form. So this is the end of my explanations for today. Again, you're supposed to write everything down what I wrote in this video and then complete the even questions. Have a good day, guys, and good weekend. I hope that you will have no difficulties and will submit the work on time. Have a good one. Bye.